been a really successful event for us and our partners. We put together the program with our partners Sandvik, Renishaw, OpenMind to really deliver a range of solutions and technologies for gear manufacturing across all of the industries that we jointly serve. So from aerospace, automotive, marine, and into even railways.
Can you talk us through some of the demonstrations?
Yeah, we've utilised predominantly the Integrex range of products, plus also one of our Variaxis 5-axis machines to show a range of demonstrations using both invermilling, traditional hobbing, and gear milling in a traditional sense. So it's really tried to spread across the whole gambit of gear geometries from simple right through to more complex. In addition to that, we've also implemented a repair demonstration using our hybrid AM machine to show how you can take a complex gear which may have been damaged for whatever reason and repair that and therefore relife a high value component.
I know the seminars were very well attended as well.
Yeah, what we wanted to do was to really bring a mix to the event and not just have a traditional show. So we've tried to bring people from core areas of the industry, so people like Max Venmo from Sandvik, heavily involved, heavily experienced in gear design in the past and in the future, and also key customers of ours, Ricardo for example, who have really demonstrated how using the right technology, the right partners, can enable them to be competitive. And they made a great presentation about how they've been able to bring business back to the UK, back to Ricardo by having the most efficient manufacturing processes at their fingertips.
Previous setup time per batch, 18 hours. Now 8.75 hours. Run time gone from 2 hours.
We used to manufacture a part for an aircraft company that was used for the high lift actuation system on the wing. That's the part that basically extends the wing flap when you take off and land. So a fairly critical part. Now we made this for about 5 years. We then lost the part because it was offshore to a low-cost economy. That caused us a bit of concern really, because we had a price target probably half of what we had at that point. But in working with Mazak and working with our tooling supplier, we found a method of actually machining the part through a completely different way, using a Mazak Integrex i200 to gear cut and hard finish the part, and more than half the cost of manufacture on that. That enabled us to win the part back into the UK, and we're still producing it and hope to produce it for many more years to come. I think the life of the aircraft is another 20 years or so, so I'm hopeful for retaining it for that length of time.
That's a great story, isn't it? So presumably you were doing it in a traditional manner before?
Yes, we used to go through a normal traditional gear hobbing method, then we'd heat treat, then we'd go through gear grinding and a lot of cylindrical grinding to take out all of the changes that we had through heat treatment. Now we heat treat very early on at a turn blank stage, and we carry out all of the operations, including the spline cutting, in a hard state. And it's been great actually. The accuracy is better now, the parts are better, and they're less than half the cost.
And Mazak have got this done in one. It's almost like a mantra, isn't it? Mazak done in one. And you've heard this firsthand. You've had experience.
We have, yeah. It's been a really good example of where working as a partnership with a machine tool company and a tooling company has worked well for us and enables us to retain an element of work that I thought we had lost.
And presumably you're going to work with Mazak on other projects as well?
Of course, yes.
Adrian, it's the Getting Gear event here at Mazak. What's your involvement?
Okay, so today we have 5 different demos on these machine tools, and we program various gear forms for this event.
And why do you think you were selected?
I think Hypermill offers many different ways of cutting these gears. You really can fine-tune it in a way that you can get the best out of the performance of these machines.
And some gears are quite complicated. How easy is it to program?
Actually, gear forms for us are really quite simple. It's the actual putting the toolpaths on a CAD model is actually one of the easy parts. It's actually getting that CAD model to start with. That's the tricky bit.
And I've seen some barrel tools again. So are you going back to that strategy again?
Yes, there's a lot of barrel tools, especially on the machine tool we have behind us, the i400. The barrel tool in this part really does enable us to get a little bit better performance out of the machine tool. It gives you the flexibility of actually giving a better result on the machine tool as well.
Because some of these demos are quite impressive, but how long would this part behind take to program, for instance?
The program is really, once you have the method, is really quite simple. So the first one, you're thinking about it, is an hour or two, but the second one would really just be only minutes.
And I was quite surprised how many people have attended this event. There's a lot of people out there making gears, isn't there?
It certainly is. There's a big market in this country. It's from big old style, mining equipment, down to the newer motorsport industry, or even the electric vehicle industry now.
And why now? Why are you going into gear manufacturing now?
I think the production times really dictate that there's a bottleneck in this type of machining process. Using these specialised tools and general machines like these Mazaks over the top of normal traditional gear cutting machines allows you for flexibility when you come into machining. It allows for quicker production times. It allows you to get the parts out of the door quicker and to market.
And Hypermill again, it can do everything, can't it?
Yes, it certainly can. I mean, for us, it's just another shape, so we're able to manufacture this. We're able to give the push these machines to the limit and enable us to really get the best out of the machines and the technology.
Justin, it's the Getting Gear event here at Worcester. Why are you running show here?
So today we're showing our Sprint on-machine contact scanning system. It's a full 3D high-speed measurement system that allows users to do in-process control on the machine and gain the confidence that parts on the machine are coming off the machine to specification and tolerance.
And I know it's not a touch probe, is it? So can you explain how it actually works?
No, it's not a touch trigger probe, so it's a contact scanning system. We move onto the part, we deflect by a normal amount, by 0.4 millimeters, and then we have a set scan range around that we can basically scan over the part, collect a lot of data, 1,000 points per second, high speed up to F15,000, and that combination of the high speed and the high volume of data allows our users to really rethink how they do in-process control on the machine. So the benefits of having a full 3D scanning system on the machine, combined with our freeform surface tools, which are a software package very capable with surfacing and sampling of data, and output of data to downstream processes. The user can then obviously take that data and do adaptive machining.
And you've got a great relationship with Mazak, haven't you, as well? We're obviously at Mazak today, working with yourselves and Sandvik. So how do you find the partnership?
Working with Mazak is very good. Obviously, we've had to work closely with Mazak to get Sprint integrated into the machine, working on the SmoothX control, and that's fully supported now. And as demonstrated today on this Integrex, we're showing Sprint measuring a gear using our freeform surface tools.
Yeah, it's a good collaboration. We're being programmed with the Mazak itself, open mind. It's obviously being machined with Sandvik, but you can't finish your part until you inspect it, can you?
Correct. You need to inspect it on the machine and to give you that confidence that it's right before you take it off the machine and then inspect it in an offline gauge. So Sprint can not only measure standard prismatic features, circles, arcs and planes, it can also measure complex 3D surfaces with double curvature, so like on aerospace parts, blades or even gears, and using our tools and our surfacing tools allows customers to get a very accurate representation of the part on the machine for analysis.
So if I ask you to conclude, who's buying Sprint and who should buy Sprint?
Pretty much everyone at the moment. Anyone who wants to gain some confidence on the machine that their part is correct or needs to measure a part faster than touch trigger and gain the accuracy benefits of Sprint, then Sprint is definitely a technology that should be considered.
It's been a very busy day. It's been quite an eye-opener. I expected 20, maybe 30 people, but it's a bigger market than I thought.
Yeah, I think gear manufacturing has really caught the imagination of many manufacturers in the UK, and whilst it remains obviously a niche area, because it touches on so many aspects of industry, I think the event and the way it was structured captured those people's thoughts and interests, and thankfully made it what has been a very successful event for us. And it's a kind of event we'd like to really bring more to the party in the future. Those niche areas where there's core technologies which really can help UK manufacturing be successful.